Ecclesiastes chapter 7. A good name is better than precious perfume, and the day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that day of death is the end of every man, and the living will take it to heart and solemnly ponder its meaning. Sorrow is better than laughter, for when a face is sad deep in thought, the heart may be happy, because it is growing in wisdom. The heart of the wise learns when it is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is senseless in the house of pleasure. It is better to listen to the rebuke of the wise man and pursue wisdom, than for one to listen to the song of fools and pursue stupidity. For like the crackling of burning thorn bushes under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool, and this too is vanity, futility. For oppression makes a wise man foolish, and a bribe corrupts the good judgment of the heart. The end of a matter is better than its beginning. Patience of spirit is better than haughtiness of spirit. Do not be eager in your heart to be angry, for anger dwells in the heart of fools. Do not say, "Why were the old days better than these?" For it is not from wisdom that you ask about this. Wisdom along with an inheritance is good and an excellent advantage for those who see the sun. For wisdom is a protection even as money is a protection. But the excellent advantage of knowledge is that wisdom shields and preserves the lives of its possessors. Consider the work of God. Who can make straight what he has bent? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider that God has made the one as well as the other, so that man will not find out anything that will be after him. I have seen everything during my fleeting days of futility. There is a righteous man who perishes in spite of his righteousness. There is a wicked man who lives a long life in spite of his wickedness. Do not be excessively righteous like those given to self-conceit. And do not be overly wise, pretentious. Why should you bring yourself to ruin? Do not be excessively or willfully wicked, and do not be a fool. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you take hold of one thing, righteousness, and also not let go of the other, wisdom. For the one who fears and worships God with an awe-filled reverence will come forth with both of them. Wisdom strengthens the wise man more than 10 rulers who are in a city. Indeed, there is not a righteous man on earth who always does good and who never sins. Also, do not take seriously everything that is said so that you will not hear your servants cursing you. For you also know that you too have cursed others many times. I have tested all this with wisdom. I said, I will be wise, independently of God, but true wisdom was far from me. Whatever has been is far off, deeply remote and exceedingly mysterious. Who can discover it, for it is behind the grasp of man? I turned around and directed my heart to know, to investigate, to seek skillfully and godly wisdom and the reasons for things, and to know that wickedness is folly and that foolishness is madness, leading to stupidity and recklessness. And I discovered that of all irrational sins, none has been more destructive in the beguiling one away from God as an immoral woman. For more bitter than death is a woman whose heart is composed of snares and nets, and whose hands are chains. Whoever pleases God will escape from her, but the sinner will be taken captive by her evil. Behold, I have discovered this, says the preacher, while adding one thing to another to find an explanation, which I am still seeking. but have not found. I have found one man among 1,000 who pleases God, but I have not found such a woman among all these thousands in my harem. Behold, I have found only this, as reason: God made man upright and uncorrupted, but both men and women have sought out many devices for evil.